What's going on, guys? Grunge Gaming back here, and in today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about the complete backstory of Loba and her abilities in Apex Legends. Of course, guys, this is the highly anticipated next legend to Apex Legends Season 5. Let's get right into the video. First of all, I think I'm going to talk a little bit about her backstory. So first, her parents are complete criminals. Whether she knew that or not at the young age is kind of unknown. We suspect her to kind of be around like 10-ish. Around, she is a little kid, and during this whole thing, you can see as the bio, Revenant is the hitman to kill the dad. So basically, Revenant isn't he's just basically a bounty hunter in this entire situation. But of course, we're definitely going to see something in the future with Loba, aka Rosie, hating Revenant. I could totally see going in and instead of Revenant brutally killing someone, we end up seeing Loba takes some kind of revenge. We don't really know why she is in the Apex Legends games. Maybe she is looking for Revenant and to seek revenge on him. That would actually be a really interesting way to implement them, because every legend has a reason for being in the Apex Legends games. So getting out of the way that her dad is a hitman and basically her whole family is a hitman, and of course at the very end of the video of Revenant killing her parents, basically in that she is angry, so of course she wants revenge, and of course 30 years later-ish, she's going to take revenge and enter into the Apex Legends games. That seems like the most viable story to this. And of course, Rosie and Loba. Now, Loba is probably a nickname. Most people are guessing some kind of Portuguese thing, and then because that is where they are. And then, of course, going on to Rosie, that's probably either her real name, most likely. Now, according to the YouTuber Alarmix, if you translate Loba into Portuguese, that means wolf. So it's probably one of the most interesting things about that is that she just got the relic. So it might be her nickname. It might be something to do with how she enters into the game. But her nickname is Wolf, and that's Loba. And we can just infer that was given to her by her parents. So we really don't know. She seems to have, in the backstory, a lot of, courage, anger, because the last scene of the trailer, she's just kind of looking out. She needs revenge. So it's one of the real reasons that we can take away and kind of see that this fits perfectly with the Apex Legends story and really getting revenge on Revenant and that whole thing. Something tells me that there will be some kind of conflict in the Season 5 trailer. Not as probably bad as Forge and Revenant, but something like that will come out of this conflict of her parents being killed. So now I'm going to tell you the abilities. Now these abilities could change, of course, just like Forge, which was a complete blow, and then Revenant, which we all thought that the tome couldn't have existed, but it looks like we're going to have another mechanic in Loba's powers and abilities. So I'm just going to read them off and I will explain them. So first of all, her passive that we think is the eye for quality. Loba can just see, so pretty much just have a radar, and little things, little trackers will come up on your screen showing you that Loba can see nearby loot through walls and can open up hidden compartments in loot bins. If you guys don't know what that is, apparently blue loot bins are going to be coming in Season 5. It got into the Season 4 trailer, and Loba and Lifeline can open those up. They're supposed to be special for care people, or I guess you could call them supporting characters. So I really don't know how that's going to play in. It kind of sounds like chests that only these characters can open up, and then they're just basically like normal loot bins, they're just blue. Next, we have the Burglar's best friend. We do believe this to be her tactical. Throw a disc to teleport to that location. Now, something with this is kind of just sounds like Octane, but instead of just running there, you're kind of teleporting there. Now, we don't know exactly how fast. I'll put an animation up on the screen, but I actually don't know how fast or how far you can throw this thing, so we'll just have to wait and see. Something tells me it's not going to be that powerful that you can go all the way across the map. Plus, this isn't really useful to your team, so it's not really a team building thing. It's only useful to you if you have to get away. So that's one of the best things about that, and we also don't know if there's going to be a trail left behind when you throw it, so that's one of those just kind of interesting things. For her ultimate, I think this has been confirmed by everyone, and everyone thinks that this is going to be it, including myself. Black Market Boutique, and there's also was one that found, it's called Supply for Demand. Now these are probably the same thing. I'm going to read the Black Market Boutique one. Place a device that can steal all nearby loot. and supply over demand, hold the button, and choose which type of loot. So it's kind of shady on what kind of, like, how this is gonna work. We think it's gonna something be like Revenant's Totem, and it's gonna have like a menu option in it or something like that, or you have to hold like a certain button to pick what loot, like just ammo, guns, or armor. So honestly, we really don't know how this is going to work, as we know it's gonna be something simple and that it can steal all loot nearby, probably from like around walls, in buildings, on the ground, from death boxes, probably not from enemy players. That has been speculated. Now that would be a little overpowered if it could steal from enemy players, but we'll just have to see about that. Anyway guys, that's a briefing on Loba's abilities and her backstory. Anyway, tell me guys how I did down in the comments below. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe. I upload Apex Legends content weekly, or even sometimes more than weekly. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are already subscribed, thank you guys so much again. Please consider subscribing. You know, I am trying to compete with the bigger YouTube channels, so thank you guys so much for all the support you've already given me, and hopefully I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.